Let's go into this and see what this is.
Close your eyes. This is the answer. Isn't it incredible? The monster that we have always known as Death is actually the guardian of the land of the exiles. It abides by a certain rule: abducting people from their dreams and bringing them here.
So it's kidnapping people.
The question that has been perplexing us, does death really exist in the dreamscape, appears to be a cognitive trap. It was laid by those orchestrating events from the shadows to cover up the truth behind the disappearances and the existence of this fortress known as Dreamflux Reef.
So Dreamflux Reef is a different area of the dreamscape, and for some reason, Death, that entity, keeps bringing people here when certain conditions are met.
Every emergence of that meme is related to the Watchmaker. Since Dreamflux Reef is where it brings its captives, it's likely that many of our long-standing questions will be answered in this place.
I'm pretty sure Misha is either the Watchmaker or he is one of the missing. He's either one of the missing nameless we're looking for, or related to the missing nameless.
The atmosphere here is starkly different from the beautiful dream. There are no regulators here like the family, and they all look like they're mildly dazed. But from the whispers of the residents, I've heard a familiar name. Gallagher.
It's that man again. Always in the right place at the right time. Though that does save us the trouble of looking for him. Himiko and March have already made a move. Get ready. We're about to set off.
The real dreamscape, the land of the exiles. Before we go, should we speak to everyone first?
Before we go, let me take a quick pause. A little bit more lower accurate. Here we go. What's Firefly gotta say?
I'm really sorry for waiting until now to tell you everything.
Let's see.
2 reasons. Firstly, the script. In the future that Elio saw, Sam and the Astral Express's confrontation was inevitable. I tried to break the shackles of the prophecy, but this is as far as I could go. That aside, there were also my personal motives. I wished to travel with you as Firefly, and not Sam.
So, what is the relationship between Klaus and Firefly before he became a nameless?
Thank you. Elio only gave me one instruction. Allow the Astral Express to pursue the Grand Legacy. It means that the Watchmaker's legacy holds great significance to trailblazing. And to you. Elio's scripts used to revolve and expand around certain specific Stellarons. But with your appearance, this condition has apparently ceased to be appropriate. Perhaps he also saw the impossible in the future. Do you still remember that medical cabin I told you about? Well, that's Sam. It belongs to the Iron Cavalry of Glamoth's Firmament Frontline. A Firefly Type 4 Tactical Heavy Assault Mech. It is the cradle of my vitality. And the meaning of my birth. And for the longest time, it was how I should have looked to the rest of the world.
So she should have looked like a mech?
The timescale of Dreamflux Reef differs from reality, so we mustn't lower our guard. You're sensitive to Memoria. A slight misstep, and you could get lost in this memory zone.
From what I know, the Memoria is like a type of dream energy. I'm not too sure what it does.
Something on your mind?
And then make
Let's
like
talk
a
about it.
conscience into a dream. This would Acheron's blade slash.
No wonder Miss Acheron is so averse to drawing her blade. It's hard to imagine such terrifying power could reside in an ordinary sheath. If it weren't for the fact that Aventurine's power originated from the preservation, the entire dreamscape would have been affected. Don't feel burdened by this. Even without that Stellaron inside you, Aventurine would still have found other methods to accomplish his goal. Let's just believe in Miss Acheron. And given her prowess, I don't think we've got anything to worry about. During your investigation, he shared a vital piece of information. Mikhail, the former watchmaker who collaborated with the family to construct the Penacony we're familiar with today, had a falling out with the family for specific reasons. But this is precisely where the problem lies. You were clearly investigating a murder, so then why, as a security officer, is he changing the subject to talk about his past with the watchmaker? And now, with Firefly mentioning his name again, it's hard not to be suspicious. Before we found you, she'd already revealed her Stellaron hunter identity and shared a lot of information. Who would have thought that the Molten Knight's true identity was actually a young girl? For her, this is a secret that she cannot allow others to know. That being the case, I think we can believe she's willing to cooperate. But she didn't reveal all her secrets. I just can't shake the feeling that her situation is different from that of the typical dreamer. And I hope that doesn't lead to any dangerous predicaments. I hope you've regained a little composure. We'll move out when you're ready.
So, the Path's stones, the stone hearts, give you the power of a
Keep going straight down this alley, and it'll lead to an elevator. It'll take us to the center of the land of the exiles.
Huh. And if I remember correctly, Acheron couldn't see Misha or Clocky, but she could feel her presence. So...
What a huge Clocky. Looks like the watchmaker also left his mark on Dreamflux Reef.
I'll come back for that bird later. Oh, wow. Huge statue. That'd be terrifying to get chased by if this was a horror game. Investigate.
Unbelievable. To think there's a settlement of this size within the dreamscape. And all beyond the family's reach.
From what I understand, this part of the dreamscape is huge compared to how big Penacony is.
The atmosphere in this fortress is pretty different from that in the beautiful dream.
When I first saw it,
This is so nice.
I was in awe too. The sky here, it's like a reflection of the 12 dreamscapes.
There's 12 dreamscapes?
What's even more bizarre is that this place is also separated into trade and residential areas. The layout may be simple, but the facilities are very comprehensive. It seems that there are quite a number of people living here.
Though both dreamscapes have distinct styles, the architectural designs are quite similar. Works of the same hand, perhaps. Hard not to speculate on the connection. But there's no point in overthinking
So why does
things.
Death bring them
Let's
here? What's
meet
the
up with Himiko and
conditions
the
that have
others
to be met?
first.
Take a right turn at the end of this road and you'll reach the trade district. There are more.
Oh,
Not
shit.
coming with us?
The Astral Express likely needs room for some internal deliberation. In the meantime, I'll try and locate Gallagher.
So that means Robin and
Sure.
Cindy should be here as
Let's
well.
reconnect later.
I mean, okay, then where's Adventure?
Letting her go was the right decision. Further observations are needed
that Misha?
before we decide whether to trust her.
And Clocky?
But first, there's someone I need to talk to. Let's go. I'm sure you've already noticed him. He's right over there. The Reverie Hotel's bellboy. How did he end up here? And right after Miss Acheron severed the beautiful dream. We'd better check, just to be sure.
And perfectly legal for me to stay in.
That's hilarious. This is perfectly equal from saving the trash.
Huh? You're the guest from before. We meet again! And a new friend. Forgot to introduce myself. I'm the hotel's bellboy, Misha.
Wait, so how come Welt could see him? Oh,
Hello, Misha. I'm Welt. We met in a dream. Oh. And who might this be?
Tick-tock! Old friend and new friend!
wait, how come Welt
Let's
see
high-five!
Clocky?
Your, memory zone meme?
No, Clocky is a good friend of mine. We all live here.
Wait a minute, what?
How did you two get here? This dreamscape isn't supposed to be open to the public. I wonder if it has something to do with Sleepy.
Sleepy?
So, this
Who's
is
Sleepy?
your home?
Yep. After my work in the beautiful dream ends, I'll go back home. Commuting used to be more convenient, but ever since travel became cumbersome, Sleepy started ferrying people back and forth between the two dreamscapes.
Wait, what?
This sleepy. Can you describe what it looks like?
Sleepy is a memory zone meme. Looks fierce and has many eyes. But it's actually really well behaved. Gallagher's been taking care of it.
Depth the Sleepy.
Based on the description, that meme is indisputably death. A nightmare for the family, but for the people who live here, well, that couldn't be further from the truth.
Death? Not in a dream, surely. Sleepy's just a little aggressive, and sometimes messes up by fetching the wrong guess. But it would never hurt anyone.
I see. Has it brought back any guests recently, say, in the last day or two? We're currently investigating a missing person case that occurred within the beautiful dream.
I see. Then you'll have to speak with Gallagher. But he's currently busy hosting a visitor
Another
from the Oak
bird.
family and specifically asked not to be disturbed. Mr. Yang, the person you're looking for, is it Miss Robin?
Just as I thought. Considering what happened with Miss Firefly, this doesn't come as a surprise.
If you're looking for Miss Robin, I can lead the way. She told me that she'd be willing to meet with outside guests.
If it's not too much trouble. Also, we're looking for our missing companions. A woman with red hair accompanied by a girl with pink hair. Have you seen them?
Oh, I haven't. But please, rest assured. Dreamflux Reef is a small place, and it's not as bustling as the beautiful Dream, but its safety is unmatched. How about this? Since it's your first time here in Dreamflux Reef, I'll be your guide and help you find your companions. And then we can all go visit Miss Robin together. She's gone to Mrs. Grace's to visit the children. She won't be leaving anytime soon, so there should be enough time.
All right, then. We'll follow your plan. Well, we now know the answer to both murder cases that have caused such commotion in Penacony. As for the intentions of the mastermind behind it all, we're still none the wiser. No idea. But its connection to Gallagher is worth digging into. Regardless, we have to find him. Say, you mentioned before that you saw a clocky that only you could see, right? I can't shake off this strange feeling. Am I really still so young at heart? Forget it. It's not important. We'd better just follow Misha.
Wait, so does Clocky have to do with something about the Nameless then? Does that make sense? Force a habit.
Everyone, look! From here, you can see the most spectacular view of Dreamflux Reef.
A black hole? No. An accretion disk formed from consolidated memoria? Was Dreamflux Reef built on such unstable memoria?
Oh, so Mr. Yang is also versed in memoria dynamics. I was just trying to figure out how to explain this huge hole to everyone. I bet you guys have a lot in common with Miss Kami.
Miss Kami? Is this how we go deeper into the dreamscape?
Look! There she is! My calculations are finally done. In another 10 system hours,
Okay, what race is this that
dream will
has
swallow
Halo?
the dream below. My hypothesis was correct. This place will cease to exist as the dream devours everything. Who are you all, and why haven't you left yet? This place is about to disappear. I'm Kami, a dreamscape surveyor specializing in memoria dynamics, and this is my life's work that I'm researching. See that huge gaping hole? It was just a narrow rift many years ago, but now it's grown into a giant hole. The surrounding memoria has been flowing towards the other end of the hole at a constant velocity, slowly but surely. But the scary part is, according to my calculations, the flow rate of memoria has recently changed, and it's faster than ever before. It's almost as if something is sucking it in from the other side.
It was like a deeper version of the dreamscape?
By constantly improving upon Madame Rosalina's memoria measurement method, I've finally obtained accurate results.
Isn't that one of the nameless we're looking for?
After 10 system hours, the Dreamflux Reef will cease to exist. Just like the melting of glaciers, everything will crumble and disintegrate. The dreams on that side of the void will fuse into one. Please don't worry. This sort of thing has happened many times before. Miss Kami isn't a bad person. She's just a bit lost in her own world. She'll probably realize she's wrong soon enough.
You don't say. There was something else that piqued my interest. Who is Madame Rosalina?
Oh, do you know her too? Or are you also a fan of Memoria Dynamics?
We're very interested in Madame Rosalina's achievements. Could you tell us a little more about them?
Why, of course! She's an excellent scholar of Memoria Dynamics, and the first person to apply Memoria rate measurement methodology on interstellar travelers. Regrettably, due to the presence of the Garden of Recollection, ordinary people don't pay much attention to the nature of Memoria. She departed this world without much fame, leaving only
so
a
she
few
died?
thin journals behind. I came to Penacony to learn more about my idol, and went to great lengths to seek out Dreamflux Reef, all because this is her final resting place. Prodigies always meet their demise prematurely. If only Madame Rosalina had more time, she would have discovered a way to reverse the flow of Memoria. I felt it. The source is in the golden hour. There is a certain anomalous presence stirring the currents of the memory zone. I must uncover more concrete proof. I must convince everyone.
Does the name Madame Rosalina sound familiar to you?
Yeah, this one name must have been before.
That's right. It seems like she did a great deal of research and calculations in Dreamflux Reef before abruptly passing away.
Miss Katie regularly mentions her. I hear Madame Rosalina passed away during the prison war. She could see the Penacony of today.
Wait a
Its
minute.
people building homes in the memory zone. I bet
Isn't-
she'd be really happy.
The prison war was the fight with the watchmaker, aka Clocky, Hanu, and friends. So that means the Nameless, the watchmaker, were working together in the war, and she had passed away.
Perhaps.
Our
Alright,
destination is the commercial district. That's where the largest crowds gather in Dreamflux Reef. We might be able to find the others there.
okay, I'm gonna cut this here. Talk to this bird I hear. And I'll end the video here. Look at that happy little bird. I hope y'all enjoy. I'll be seeing y'all later. And nonetheless, I hope you continue to embark with me on Penacony. I'll see y'all later.